had technical difficulties.
Would you believe it? Would you believe it? All right, we are apparently live. Hopefully you guys can hear us. Hopefully you can see us. Connectivity on the Carnival Luminosa here has been a little bit dicey the last couple of days, maybe just where we are in the world. I'm not sure how all that works, but hopefully we are getting through to you guys, and you can see the live stream here. So anyway, I need my iPad back. Do you want to talk about those noise-canceling headphones, or should we wait?
Well, might as well go ahead.
All right, let's go for it. All right.
So we have been doing a lot of work on our cruise here. That was kind of one of our goals, is a chance to get some work done on the cruise. And one awesome thing that I got was some noise-canceling headphones here. They are the Clear Enduro ones, which I've actually seen advertised a lot. They have some really great specs on them. I've never had noise-canceling headphones before. I know I'm a bit behind the 8 ball, but these guys are awesome. There's like this button in the back that you push, and then it starts to activate its noise-canceling feature. And you know, even without that, they're pretty good. But when you put that on, it's got some, I don't know, static stuff that's going on, and it really does cut down so I can't hear people around me. We're able to go up to Serenity, and it doesn't bother me that there's conversations going around. I feel like I get kind of distracted when I hear extra noises. I'm like really easily kind of like a squirrel, just my attention goes somewhere else. So having these headphones has really been nice. I really like them. We have a link in the description if you are interested. If you're going on a cruise or even an airplane, actually, I wore these on the airplane, and it really helped cut down like that jet engine noise. So yeah, these have been great. I would definitely recommend them.
Awesome. They're very, very, very.
Joe's jealous.
Very, very
he didn't
nice.
get a pair.
I am jealous. Yes. So I do plan on getting a pair someday. So anyway, we're going to talk a little bit about starting off with cruise pricing. You saw on the thumbnail there that we've got like a big range of $10 to $10,000. I don't think you can get a $10 cruise.
I wish you could get a $10 cruise.
Yeah, so maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration. But what do you guys think? Is cruise pricing fair? Cruise pricing does seem to have gone up, like everything else in recent years, although with like casino deals or special offers, things like that, if you are a savvy shopper, you can get an amazing deal on a cruise. The cruise that we're on right now, we got a pretty amazing deal ourselves. So
yeah, it's been less than, well, all included, including the cost to get to the cruise terminal, so the airplane ticket, it's been like, I think, $40 a day per person per day.
Yes, exactly.
Which is...
You have to factor in that it was a casino deal, so there was probably some money lost in the casino.
We don't factor that in.
Yeah, if you factor that in, it was probably not a very good deal at all. But yeah, anyway, so the general consensus of people is that cruise prices are generally considered fair when travelers feel informed about costs and get an experience matching their expectations. The all-inclusive model and variety of options are big draws, but lack of transparency about fees and making total costs, comparing lines and checking reviews if you'd like. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that about sums it up. So like, here's my question though. So if you spend, you know, $500 on a week-long, you know, standard kind of Caribbean Carnival cruise or MSC cruise or something like that, and have a great time. You're going to St. Thomas, probably. You're going to, you know, what are some other common? Nassau. You're for sure going to Nassau.
Definitely.
Of course, you're going to Nassau. Amber Cove, you know, something like that. Puerto Plata. Wonderful destinations. Great vacation. You can do it for like $500. You've got good food. You know, it's maybe not on Carnival or MSC. Maybe it's not quite, you know, 5-star dining, but it's still pretty good. So, is it worth it? Silver Honda, man, that I can't wait for you to get. Closer. I can't wait for you to get on that cruise ship.
Yeah, keeps getting closer.
Is it worth it to spend $10,000 to go, you know, or $5,000, you know, like 10 times as much to get on a Silver Sea cruise or a what are some of the other big name fancy cruise ships? We don't know them because we don't go on them.
It's more of an expedition cruise.
Like,
like the Paul Galgan cruise. I was just seeing, although I think
exactly.
they're more in the Pacific.
There's that Ritz-Carlton just came out with their
yeah.
cruise line. So There are these. They're not at the tip of our tongue because we have never been on them because we're just not quite that.
We're not there yet.
Ritzy, and that's the question though: is your experience $4,500 more to go on one of those cruise lines versus going on a Carnival cruise, a Royal Caribbean cruise, a MSC cruise, something like that? I think the answer is no, because I mean it depends. It depends. If you're cruising to get 5-star dining at every meal, if you're cruising to have walking out of the bathroom, have somebody wipe your hands for you, and just the personal, probably less people on the ship, that very personal service that you might get on one of those smaller, more ritzy cruise lines. I guess if that's what you're all about, if that's what makes you happy, if that's what you consider a vacation, then it's worth it. But I think, I don't know, just the experience, looking at the ocean, the port stops obviously are a big deal. You're going to sometimes those cruise lines will take you to places that you can't go on the bigger cruise ships or like the mainstream cruise lines. But overall, you're going to similar places. I don't know. So I think that it's not worth $5,000 more, whatever it's going to be, $10,000 in some cases. The experience is more to me, isn't to me just getting pampered. I like getting pampered, but I don't need to be even more pampered. I just want to go to really cool places. So that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah. Well, just to back up a little bit. Oh, I lost it. Silver Honda said his countdown is going to stop on 70 days. So no more countdowns.
Why?
But it's getting closer still, and I feel like maybe he's past the final payment point. So it's definitely going to happen.
Silver Honda, keep it coming, man. Keep it coming. Get it.
I like the countdown.
I like the countdown too. I like. I've been looking forward to, giving you a big congratulations on day zero.
It's day zero. Yep.
That's. And if I remember right, it's your first cruise. So man, that's going to be great.
And he also was wondering where we are at right now, and it is we are somewhere between Hawaii and Tahiti, closer to Tahiti now, I think.
Maybe, yeah.
We might be exactly halfway, actually.
Yeah, we've still got a few days till we get there.
A few days till Tahiti. Yeah, and actually today, they didn't tell us what time, but sometime today, we are crossing the equator, and we will be in the southern hemisphere.
That's cool. We've done that once
today.
before.
Yeah.
I thought I would feel something, but I didn't.
Like everything just goes whoosh.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're hanging upside down, barely
the water
able to
starts
stand.
running the other direction in your sink, all that stuff. I don't know. Yeah.
Silver Honda said it's our 3rd cruise, but first out of Tampa.
Oh, so, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tampa's a fun city. We haven't cruised out of there, but we've been to visit. Robert Ebenrick says, I can never bring myself to pull the trigger on a high-end cruise when I can cruise twice or 3 times for the same price.
I hear you, man.
That's actually what I was going to say is the question, once you're in that higher, I feel like the cruises that we go on, it's like for the money, we wouldn't be able to have an equivalent vacation doing something else, like a land-based vacation, or, we've talked about renting an RV and driving around the U.S., stopping at all the national parks. That sounds amazing, but when you do the math, cruising is way less expensive than that. So it's, I don't know, and you get to go to some really cool places, and you've got the ocean backdrop, so dollars on. So is the cruise where you want to put your money?
Yeah.
I mean, unless maybe it's lying around and you can do all of them.
So let's just say hypothetically we had, tons of money, and we could go on whatever cruise we want and not have to worry about the funds of it. The experience, and I've never been on one of the high-end cruises, so I can't say from experience, but I like, and maybe I would change, but I'd like to think I'd stay the same. I like the more down-to-earth experience. Because you get pretty pampered on these cruises at least, you don't do your own dishes, you don't cook your own food. The food is actually really good, I think. So you don't have to clean your room, you don't have to get your own towels. All these things experience. And so I think on those really high-end cruises that you're paying all that money for, I think I'd feel uncomfortable.
I wouldn't really care about the luxury aspect, but I'd want to be on like the National Geographic cruises, the more expedition style cruises, where they go to some maybe like the Netherlands of wherever you go when your internet cuts out. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Narnia.
yeah, I'd like to do something that's more like an expedition-based cruise. I definitely want to go to the Galapagos Islands. I've always wanted to do that. We were so close at one point, Manta, Ecuador, and saw that you could, like, that's a one spot that you can jump off for a Galapagos Islands cruise. And,
That'd be sweet.
yeah, it was a little bit more than we were willing to spend at the time, and
Yeah.
we're hoping to get back to that part of the world someday and try
Yeah.
it. So.
We want to set foot on every continent, and so we need to get back over there because we need to get to Antarctica at
Yeah.
some point. An Antarctic cruise, man. That sounds amazing to me, except going through the Drake Passage. Have you guys heard about the Drake Passage where the waves, you get like 20-foot waves? You're in a cruise ship, and
And that's on
doing
a
it.
calm day.
Just makes me seasick thinking about it. That's like, yeah, it's on a calm day. All right, so let's see. Anything else about the cost of cruising? We can talk a little bit about expectation versus reality. So fairness often hinges on whether the cruise delivers on its promises. Passengers who feel like they got a high quality experience, like great food, fun activities, good service, for their money tend to call prices fair. However, negative reviews comment on sites like X and Facebook and other places often cite overcrowding, subpar services, outdated ships, and they don't feel that the prices are justified. Don't have a great time, and you think the food was bad, and you were
Yeah.
elbow to elbow the whole time. You didn't get any time in the pool. The hot tubs were always crowded, stuff like that. Then you're probably going to walk off it and say, "Man, cruises are too expensive." But
Oh, we got some
grade
comments,
eight,
but
grade 8 is in there. Well, let me just finish the thought. So I think that mindset goes a long way on a cruise. Like when you get on the cruise ship, if you have a, oh, that's loud. If you have a, it sounded like the